Resume that. Edwin, let's do here. Let me make you host. Okay, so if you see at the bottom of the screen, there's a little green thing that says share screen on your Zoom.
Okay.
If you go onto that, it should go onto your desktop. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. And then you can just do from the start, and then that's perfect. Then Edwin can take us through it. So good morning, everybody. We've got a change of speaker today, but Edwin's kindly going to step in for us because Sharon's got internet problems, never a dull moment online. But we found a presentation, and as you say, Edwin, you said you built it and you were intimately involved, so I'm sure you've got lots to tell us that would be of interest to all the agents and our staff.
Good morning, all. Welcome to Zanzibar. Actually, what already mentioned 20 years ago or something, we designed this lodge and we built it from scratch. The reason that we went to this side of the island was there was nobody here, which we like. And over the years, we left all the trees and the natural environment as much as possible. So it's a very spread out property. We have only 26 rooms over more than 14 hectares and 1.2 kilometers of ocean view, which is, especially in the times we're living in regarding social distancing, is absolutely brilliant. So we have all single units and no corridors and that kind of things, open air restaurant. especially in this time we're all facing at the moment. I'm not very good in doing presentations. I'm taking over from Sharon, who has internet problems in South Africa and Naisna. So excuse me that I'm stuttering sometimes. As you can see, the swimming pool is overlooking the ocean, and it's close to the main building and the restaurant, which is open air. I will give you an aerial view. We have 3 beaches in total, so we don't have the long beaches what you will normally see on the east side of the island in a place like Kuengwa and Paji. We have 3 private beaches, no beach boys, and everywhere there's always little hideaways where people can have a nice private moment for themselves. Little decks overlooking the ocean, even one built in a huge baobab tree, and that kind of things. The whole area, we are based within the Manay Bay Conservation Area, which is quite famous for the dolphins and the marine life. We have stunning reefs over here. A couple of years ago, 6-7 years ago, there was some bleaching in the whole Indian Ocean, including Zanzibar. But luckily, the reef is recovering quite well in the last 2-3 years, so which is awesome for snorkeling and diving. Often we see on our trips dolphins. We don't chase them. We don't jump in the water. If they want to come to us, they come to us. And if they want to leave them by themselves, they do their own things. But they're always really, quite often they're quite playful and curious to have a look what we are up to. In total, we have 26 rooms. Of 20 are deluxe rooms, 12 sea view and 8 garden views. Additional to that, we have 4 luxury suites and 2 baobab suites, which are completely on their own private beach. And with the baobab suites, we built on each side of a massive, almost 1,000-year-old baobab tree, which is right on the ocean. We built a bathroom completely outside against the tree. So your toilet, your shower, your bath is completely in nature. And sometimes you have visitors, the monkeys, that are curious to come and have a look what you're up to, which is always quite hilarious for our guests. A little bit the rooms inside. Luxury suites, baobab suites, and the deluxe rooms. Let me go a little bit down. There we go. As I mentioned, here you get a nice photo from the baobab suite and the bath outside. And the top photo is actually in swing bed in one of the public areas. Again, one of these little hideaways. We have our own dive center, party dive center on site, and a water sports center, but no jet skis and that kind of things. So everything what has noise, we don't use. So we keep it as eco-friendly as possible. And we were planning 2020 to use our low season to go even more environmental friendly. But then the whole COVID started, and it was eating our cash flow, as you could understand. And hopefully we can pick that up again in 2020 to implement more environmental ideas that we had running at the moment. We also have a spa on the property with a jacuzzi also built in a massive baobab tree. It is a little bit the excursions we do. We're going with a traditional dhow. So it is very nice and relaxed. It's what we call on Zanzibar pole pole, means slowly, slowly, to our reefs where we can do snorkeling, diving. And then it's always great afterwards to go to one of our islands, where uninhabited islands, and having a barbecue or braai on the islands, and time to relax and swim and enjoy himself. And then when the wind is right, we sail back. Here a little bit regarding the Baobab Spa. And if you can see, the jacuzzi is built on height in a tree. we have the lucky thing is we're sitting here on the west side of the island, and that means we have the sunset. So out of an old dhow boat, we built a dhow bar, which is every evening overlooking the ocean when the sun sets, and often bush babies are actually joining us around sunset, which is always quite nice for our guests. Then going a little bit back in the present situation regarding the COVID situation, Zanzibar is open. In principle, everybody arrives on Zanzibar doesn't need a negative COVID test. You will be tested on temperature upon arrival. Then depending on the country or the airline that we have to organize a COVID test before departure, we assist in that all the way. Since yesterday, the government changed the policy. We have to do the bookings online, which is great. That reduced the waiting for people at the COVID center. On the same time, one of our drivers, hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sorry, you just disappeared there, Edwin.
Oh, I'm back again.
Okay, yes.
And one of our driver actually joined the guest within the COVID center to guide them to the process. It's roughly 15 to 45 minutes that the whole testing takes place, and the results with the new system will be emailed to us so that people don't have to go back to collect the COVID test, which is a much easier system than it was before. Then we had to go the day before or the day of departure to physical collected test, but that is not necessary anymore. So they really try to make it as much as easy as possible for the people to get through this procedure. According to the government, there is no COVID here. Okay. That sounds very strange, of course. The fact is, of course, that it's COVID, and however, we notice on the island that the numbers are very low. My neighbor is the director of the biggest private hospital on Zanzibar, and I'm in regular contact with him. And it's not that the hospitals are overflowing with COVID cases. It's business as usual. We don't know why the numbers are so low over here. We think it's a combination of a young population, the climate, a better immune system than we Europeans have, with all our hygienic living and eating conditions. But yeah, that is still speculation, and I believe some scientists are looking into that. What is actually the result, why the numbers are so low in Zanzibar and Tanzania in general. Then, any questions from your side?
Thank you, Edwin. That was great. Can I ask you, just on your side of the island for Zanzibar, can you tell us a little bit about the tides? Are there tides? Aren't there tides?
The whole of Zanzibar is tidal.
Yeah.
That means twice a day low and high tide. That moves roughly every day by 45 minutes. There is one beach on Zanzibar, because it is straight away quite a deep drop-off, where you can swim throughout 24 hours a day. And that is in Kenwa, but the rest of the island is tidal. It is great when it is low tide to actually have a walk and see all the tidal pools and the marine life, like sea urchins, sea stars. That's all fish. It's actually quite nice to have a walk around. And then with spring tide, the ladies from the village, that's twice a month that we have spring tide. The ladies from the village, they come in to collect cockles, and it's quite nice to have a look. It's a bit of a walk, but it's quite nice to have a look how the ladies are doing that, and it's actually a staple food for them. And with high tide, it's stunning to swim. The temperature in winter is about 24 degrees Celsius, and in summer up to 28 degrees Celsius. So it's nice and warm. But yes, indeed, it's always good to inform people, guests, when they make an inquiry, not only to Fumba, but to Zanzibar as a whole, that they are aware that Zanzibar is tidal.
Perfect. And then, sorry, I don't know if I'm sure there'll be some more questions, but just from my side, what sort of restaurants and food facilities do you have at the resort?
We have, because we have only 26 rooms, we have one restaurant with in the morning breakfast. We are not serving at the moment in buffet, but we do a la carte on table service. Hopefully it will change again to a breakfast buffet. Then we have a small a la carte menu for people who want to have lunch. I always recommend people to book on half board for the reason that gives them more flexibility during the day for activities and excursions. Then for dinner, we have a 4-course menu, which is changing every day with choices in starter, soup, and main courses, and desserts, including vegetarian option. And then we catering, of course, for all diets. When we do personal check-in, either myself or the manager, Sharon. And we always ask one of the questions, any diets or any other requests. And then the reason that we do a daily changing menu is regarding the availability of products we can get on the island. And we're trying to support as much as possible our neighbors regarding produce and regarding fish. Nothing is better, when the fish just came out of the ocean and that same evening it's on your plate, and by that we supporting our neighbors as well.
Nice. Okay, and then sorry, the beach in front of the resort, that is a swimming beach, eh? So you're right on the beach.
We are right on the beach, of which the 4 luxury suites and the 2 Baobab suites and 12 deluxe rooms are right on the beach.
Perfect. Okay, I'm sure there's some more questions from the floor. The one question there is now, what water sports are included?
The water sports center is not included in our rates. What we do have, we have kayaks, we have snorkeling trips and scuba diving, which can all be combined with a picnic braai on an island. People can do fun dives or can do a whole course depending about their qualifications. As I mentioned, we don't have, let me call it noise polluted water sports like water skis and jet skiing and that kind of things, because we're sitting in a marine conservation area, and out of respect and because we started here because of feeling close to nature. That is why we keep it very low key, and we keep it to diving, snorkeling, and kayaking. The one thing I was looking at is probably this year to get some paddle boarding as well for the water sports center.
And then there's a question as to say, how far is the hotel from Stone Town? Or how long is the transfer time from Stone Town? Sorry.
The transfer time from the airport is about 25 to 30 minutes, and to Stone Town is about 30 to 35 minutes. So and to the COVID center, it's about a 20 minutes drive.
Okay.
We are quite close by all the facilities, but far enough as well.
Perfect. Then Melissa asks, where exactly is the hotel on the west coast?
It's on the southwest coast in a little village called Fumba. It's on a peninsula. If you have a map from Zanzibar somewhere, go all the way down south, and it's on the southwest side of the island.
Okay.
There are no other hotels over here. We are the only one. Our nearest neighbor is Chumba Island. There is a little lodge.
Okay. And anybody else want to ask any more questions? Because Edwin's right there and he's got all the info.
Yeah.
Morning, Edwin.
Morning.
Just to double check, do you have any arrangements for kids, like facilities they can enjoy during the day when parents are on activities?
For kids,
Yes.
we don't have a playground. However, actually, Fumba is one big playground. We have so much nature and trees around and the beach. That actually kids are never bored over here. Yeah, all the time. Of course, we have a swimming pool as well. Then, unfortunately, these days, Wi-Fi. We have a little Wi-Fi center in the garden and in the lounge. So sometimes, especially in the European summer, then there is 10 or 12 kids on the internet, and then sometimes I'm a little bit mean, and then I switch it off and then blame it on Africa. I think they'll come climb a tree, go swimming in the ocean, the tide is in, that kind of things. But I never see kids getting bored over here. Yeah, they're always coming and collecting little shells and sea creatures and that kind of things.
Okay, then Melissa would like to know again, because you're such a fundi and you live there, how has the weather been so far this year? Hot and sunny? Remind me when the rainy season is.
It's stunning weather. At the moment, it's our hot season. So we're going slowly into our raining season, which is normally March, April. However, I see in the last couple of years a bit of a switch that it goes a little bit later. On Zanzibar, because we're sitting on sea level, there's always a chance, even in dry season, to have a good tropical shower. Our raining season doesn't mean like in India, like a monsoon. We get a good shower, maybe for an hour, 2 hours, and then we can have sunshine for 3 or 4 days. So even in the raining season, it's actually quite nice. And then from May, June, July, August is actually our cold season. And then the temperature will drop to roughly about 25 degrees Celsius. Still very nice. And then our hot season is roughly from October till February, March, where the temperature is about 30, 32, 33, 30 degrees Celsius, but then the humidity goes up. So actually Zanzibar is very nice to visit throughout the year, with a little bit bigger chance on a good tropical shower in the months April, May, June. But again, then, yeah, you have a good shower and then 3-4 days, beautiful weather.
Perfect. Does anybody else have any questions? No? Looks like you've answered them all, Edwin. Thanks for stepping in there and giving us some insights.
As you know, you're aware of, we have a special at the moment for the South African market.
Yep, we got very good rates. Thank you.
Very good. You're welcome. And yeah, I noticed in the last couple of weeks, South Africans really wanted to travel again. Everybody is tired of 2020, and I see a huge increase in inquiries and bookings, not only from South Africa, but also from Europe.
Good.
And hopefully, we can go back to normality rather sooner than later.
Yeah, it's quite exciting because there is only really Zanzibar or Maldives for South Africans, so we really are driving it big our side.
Yeah.
So hopefully that continues until some of our other borders open up. There is another question, Edwin. Sorry, it's just disappeared there. Do you have family rooms, and how many kids can you take sharing with adults?
The normal rooms we can sharing with adults, 2 kids, but we do have 2 deluxe sea view rooms with interconnecting doors and 1 deluxe garden view room with interconnecting doors. So which we can always create extra space in case, parents don't want to share but want to be close with the kids. Then we do the interconnecting doors.
And is that children under a certain age or?
No, not really.
Okay, you're quite flexible there.
Children from all ages are more than welcome. We have babies till teenagers, and every room can be configured into double, single, triple, twins.
Great. Any more for Edwin? Anyone?
Then we got the news that Fly Saf Air actually is applied for an operational license over here to fly to
Okay.
Zanzibar. So
Okay.
hopefully they will start this year as well and have a little bit of competition, which will help the prices to go down a little bit. So fingers crossed for that.
Okay, interesting. Okay, they're also going to be flying into Mauritius, so they're spreading their wings.
They do, yes, yes. And Airlink took over the flights to Dar es Salaam from South African Airways, but the rates
Yes.
are ridiculous. Sometimes I see a return Johannesburg to Dar es Salaam for 9,000 rand, which is not viable for the tourist industry. Of course,
No.
if you're a business person and work for South African breweries and you have to go to Dar es Salaam, then it's fine. But unfortunately,
Not for leisure.
they're not competing with Mango.
No. Okay, good. Well, thank you very much again for stepping in. And anybody else
No
has got any
problem at
questions?
all.
Good. Thank you,
And
everybody.
any questions, you can always phone me, WhatsApp me, or drop me an email.
Thank you, Edwin. Appreciate.
You're more than welcome. Thank you so much for this.
How are you,
Pleasure.
Bob? How are you doing?
Hi. Have a nice day. Bye. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Edwin.
Thank you.
We really need to do something with this internet, Edwin.
Luckily, I stepped in.
Any
Okay.
case.
I'll give you a call
Okay,
now
now
on the other
listen.
phone. Yeah.
All right. What about
Cameron.
all?
Hey,
Hey,
Mr. Edwin, how are
Wait, I
you?
want to say hi to Cameron. Cameron, how's it?
How's
I can see
everything
you
on your
working from
side?
home.
Yeah, we are still working at home, yeah, but we do go to the office twice a week.
Okay, cool. You still promise me to visit one of these days.
Pardon?
You promised me that you were planning to come and visit me over here.
I will, don't worry. I'm just trying to arrange things properly. I will definitely come and visit you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. But how things are they picking up slowly but surely?
yeah, we are getting few inquiries for the island.
Yeah.
And for some other destinations in Africa. Starting to open up.
It always takes a little bit time, you know, to get back to our feet again. That is very normal. It will be a slow start, but we can see we were lucky that a lot of our bookings from last year, July, August, September, etc., got postponed to this year, which is very nice.
Excellent. That's
But
great.
yeah, it all depends when Europe are opening up and the vaccine programs over there, which in my opinion goes way too slow. But what can we do?
Yeah, very lucky country that your stats is actually very low when it comes to COVID.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, true. Okay. Hey, Cameron, let me know when you're planning to come, and you're more than welcome anytime.
Yes, definitely do.
Okay.
Thank you
Hey,
very
enjoy.
much. Have a good one.
Same.
Thanks,
Bye,
Paul.
Cameron.
Bye.
Hello.
yes, Edwin. Listen.
Yeah.
Now, what about my presentation?
I did a small presentation actually from the fact sheet.
No, I've got a very comprehensive one. What am I supposed to do with it?
Yeah, I could not do anything at
I
the
did
moment.
try. No,
I
listen.
had to improvise.
I tried to share it because I joined the meeting a little while before you were finished,
Okay.
and I tried to share the
Oh,
presentation with everyone, and it said the host disabled screen sharing.
I don't know how that
I
works.
did try.
Yeah.
No, she had to make you a
Oh, wait.
host. Hi, Sharon.
Hello,
Hey,
how are
she had to
you?
make- Fine, and you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. She had to make you the host for you to be able to share your screen.
I must do what?
No.
She had to make you the host to
How
share.
do you do that?
No, they have to do. You have to
They
tell
have
them.
to. Whoever starts the meeting has to. She had to adjust it. That's why she made Edwin the host so we could share the fact sheet that we had.
Edwin, you shithead. So you jumped in front of me
What did
as
I
the
do?
host. Oh. Okay,
Well,
listen.
listen, they were all
I'm
waiting,
sure-
so they had to do something.
No, you know what happened? The internet, the Wi-Fi is completely bonkers today. I've got 3 lights flashing instead of 10 that's supposed to be on.
Reboot.
Maybe what
I
you
have.
can do,
I
Can
have
you
3
can you
times.
send that presentation by email?
No, you
and then
can't.
they-
It's too big. We're going to have to send it via Dropbox or what's the other one, Sharon?
WeTransfer.
WeTransfer, yeah.
Send it WeTransfer.
I think so, yeah. I'll
And then
do
they can
that.
share it to all the people that were
Yeah.
in the meeting.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
info at Fumba's got a WeTransfer account.
Okay, because I even put in the presentation, you remember that that video that guy made for us with the drone?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, all of that's in there.
So
So I've got a very
I thought you were living
comprehensive-
in a second world country and our internet is much better over here than with you.
Yeah, you know, the guy came here on Monday to fix it, only to realize that one of the boosters
Yeah.
is missing a part. Then he couldn't
Yeah.
find the part in Neisner. So now he has to go and get the part in George. And now he's just left us like this. Everyone's complaining.
I can imagine. Yes.
All my guests are complaining. Hello? With die bloody Wi-Fi. Ek moes nou 'n Zoom meeting gedoen het, 'n presentation vir Fumba, en daar was net nie Wi-Fi gewees nie. 20 minute na die meeting begin het, toe kry ek eers Wi-Fi signal, toe sit ek te laat, en nou moet ek my presentation stuur met WeTransfer, want die meeting is al verby. Hulle dink seker ons is 'n klomp idiots. Change wat? Hoe bedoel jy? Ja. Ek het gekyk terwyl baby hier was. Ons kwalify nie want ons het nog nie 5G nie. Ja, as dit 4G is, dan kry jy net 'n SIM-kaart, dan moet jy dit doen van jou foon af. Die enigste way wat jy dit kan doen met 'n modem is met 5G. Okay, hoekom soek jy my? Het jy vir Edwin die banking details gestuur? Charmaine, ek het vir jou gesê, stuur die banking details.
Chewy.
Okay. Sê vir haar, Edwin vat die papegaai Zanzibar toe, so sy sit die emmermis. Yeah, now Michelle wants to buy it.
She has already one.
She wants another one.
Tell her 8,000 rand.
Okay. Edwin sê Michelle kan hom koop vir 8,000. Man, hy terga. Hy terga. Okay, stuur gou vir my banking details, dan sal hy haar betaal, okay. Alright, jy weet natuurlik jy moet vir hom 'n klein travel hokkie gaan koop soos Michelle se. En jy moet hom
Darling,
ja.
it's much better that I transfer the money, including the travel cage and everything, and I transfer to Charmaine.
Charmaine?
But she has to send me the banking details from
Edwin
Charmaine.
sê hy gaan die geld vir jou stuur, dan kan jy die vrou betaal, want hy gaan
And the
ekstra
cage, and I don't know
geld
what.
stuur vir die cage, jy weet hy het hokkie, en vir die veearts, want jy moet hom ons veearts toe vat, anders kan hy nie vlieg nie.
Just ask Charmaine just the total amount, and then I transfer it to Charmaine. Because otherwise the payment
tell
there, the
Charmaine to
payment
give me
there.
the total amount and then I'll transfer.
Yeah, much easier.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Does that make sense?
Ja, ek het my hele fucking meeting gemis.
Wat? Wat ons mis hier 'n meeting?
Want oor die wifi, dink jy ek kon op die dinge se kom?
Sê om die donders te doen.
Ek soek nie meer hierdie wifi nie, maak 'n plan.
Ja,
But Shane, luckily, you know, I was strong enough to step in.
You know what? You make us look like idiots. In the
We
first
just need to-
place, you should have just said you'll do it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't have
Now
the
we look like fucking
presentation.
idiots.
Jy
Uh-uh.
order
That's
by boxing.
Nee, no.
Okay, listen, I need to go. I speak to you in a bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so I need to send it to that lady with WeTransfer. Let me download it. Okay.
Okay,
It's
darling,
a
speak to you
good
later. Bye, Shanky.
Bye.
Hoor jy? Dit is kos bakkie daar, hè?
Ek het